Hi artist. So today is our last Miro lesson, and this is the last art lesson for this year. So I really hope y'all have had a good time this week with Joan Miro, and let's go ahead and get started with the game we're going to play. So you're going to have to make your own spinner. When I say that, what we're going to do is you're going to draw a line, and I'll show you this, but I'm going to talk it out too. So you're going to draw like a big X, and then once you draw that X, you're going to draw a straight line down the middle of your X, and then you're going to number each one of those quadrants, 1 through 6. And then take a pencil. Now, this is the tricky part sometimes, but when you spin your pencil, whatever, and you pick which side, it could either be the eraser or it could be the writing point. But whatever part you want to actually be the spinner, that's the number that you're going to use in this game. And I'll show you. I'll give a demo in a minute. Then what you have to do is you have to have this sheet in front of you. Now, this is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if you have dice, then you can use a die. If you don't have a die, you make your own spinner. So that's the two different things. If you roll a 1, then you go to the body shape, and if you roll a 1, you draw this shape on your paper. Then the next one is the head shape. If I roll my dice or I use my spinner and I roll a 6, then I come over here and this is going to be the head to this shape. Then I go to the next one. I'm going to roll for my eyes. If I roll and it is a 3, then I'm going to come over here and those are the eyes that are going to be inside of my head on top of my body. And then the next thing, you know how he used all his symbols all around and inside of his characters. So that's what these symbols are. Now the symbol is 10 or less. So when I roll that, and if that right there says a 5, then I'm going to use this symbol right here 10 times or less. I can put them inside the character. I can put them around the character. And then your color scheme. So if I roll, and I roll a 1, then I am going to use black, red, yellow, and blue. So each time you roll your number, it tells you which one you're going to use. So let's go ahead and let's get started on this, and let's do a couple of these together. Okay, let me turn this. Whoa, it was a big hand. It was a big hand. Let me see if I can get it like this. All right. What have I done? Okay, so I am going to use the spinner. And I'm going to have my paper, and I have all my colors ready for the ones I need. Oh, and I will tell you that the extra colors, we know that he uses red, yellow, blue, black, green. Make sure you have purple in there and orange, because those are the different ones. All right, so if I spin this pencil, and I spin it, and let's say it's pointing to a 2. And I'm going to come over here with my paper. And a 2 is, I'm going to go to my body shape. And a 2 looks like this curvy right here. Oh, you know what I might need to do first? Is I might need to go ahead and roll for my color scheme so I can start using the colors that I want to. All right, so I'm going to roll for my color scheme first. And this will be tricky, but if you have, oh, there's a 3. So my color scheme for 3 is, I'm going to use black, blue, yellow, and purple. So I've got my yellow and I've got my purple. So I know these are the colors that I'm going to use. So let me kind of get back here first. And I'm going to draw a bunch of his different characters. I'm going to draw my first character in purple. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do that shape. Okay. So let me turn And I'm gonna, oh, and this right here, well, I could say that this is a 6. Now I'm gonna go for my head shape, and my 6 looks like this. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and use black. So that 6 was round, and coming off the top of it, it had a little curly Q like that. Okay, so let's get ready to spin. We're going to go for the eyes. Oh, I'm going to say that's a 4. When I look at my eyes, 4 looks like this. Okay, so bring this back over here. I'm going to go with blue. And I said a 4 had this and this, and it connects just like that. Okay. Now remember, you can use dice also if you have that. Okay, I'm going to spin it so I can really tell. Well, it looks like I had another 4 on that one. And the 4 was, this time I'm going for my shapes. So, oh, look at that. Kind of very similar. Okay. Now I'm going to use this. I get to use 10 of these, 10 or less. So I'm going to put 1. I'm going to come over here and change my colors up. 2, 3. I'm going to use some yellow. You can turn them any way you want. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I might even put 1 right in here. 6. Oh, you know what I can do? I can make them touch. So I can even strategically put them and make them look like a pair of legs. Look at that. See, this is probably what he did too. All right, so there's one character. Let's do another character real fast. This time I'm going to use some dice. All right, I'm going to roll that. That says, and I just rolled for my color scheme, and my color scheme was black, red, yellow, and blue. So I've got black, red, blue, yellow. All right, I've got my colors. All right, let me roll. All right, I'm rolling for my body shape. I just rolled a 3. So I'm going to use this shape right here. I'm going to put this shape right next to this one. Okay, and I'm going to roll for my head shape. My head shape says that I have a 5. All right, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and stick with red the whole way on this one. This one had 2 triangles up here, and I want to color those triangles in blue. Okay. So I'm going to hold this out. Okay, I'm going to roll. I'm rolling for my eyes. I've just rolled a 2. So I have this shape. I'm going to come right through here. I draw that line. And I draw that. Okay, so far so good. Now I'm going for my shapes. Okay, and I have just drawn a 1. So here we go with a 1. I'm going to use these 1s strategically. And I get to use up to 10. So I'm going to put these. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'm going to come in here and color in this shape. So you can roll a Miro. That's the name of this game. And what you need to do is just copy down the different shapes that I put on here. Look at that. You can color this one in too, and you will have your Miro shapes. So I'm going to hold this up again. Now look at all the artwork that we've made from the previous days. Move that chair out the way. Uh-oh. So that's all the art that we've been working on. So right here, I want you to take a good look at this. These are your numbers, body shape, head shape, your eyes, the shapes, and your color scheme. Roll your color scheme first so you know what you're going to use. And then these are the characters that you end up making. And you can fill your page up with all your different surrealistic characters. Well, I hope that you have had a really good time in art, because I've had a wonderful time showing you and teaching you all these different lessons, and I have really enjoyed it immensely from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you'll have a great summer.